What's up, Guardians? Icarus here, and welcome to the Stanley Parable, a game with multiple endings and multiple decisions that all vary on just mess up your game. As you can see, we have like this freaking weird dimension thing going on here. I forget what the actual term is for this effect, but it's happening. I figured maybe I could mouse over those other options. I'm gonna guess that our name is Stanley by the name of the game. So, you know, there's always that. The end is never the end, the end is never... Ugh, I messed that up. The end is never the end, the end... Wow, don't try to say that fast, obviously. The end is never the end, the as... Am I really messing that up? The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. Alright. Well, it's taken forever.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
No,
employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I can move! Pencil sharpener! What am I doing? I hear noises. What am I clicking on? Freaking weird. It's like I'm typing, but I'm not. Out the door we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Or it could be lunchtime. Yeah, that's a possibility. You never know. I mean, crazy-ass business people do crazy-ass things. What's up, people? Icarus in the house. That's a lovely picture. 4:15.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I want to? I think I will. Let's just obey him for now. I don't know where the story's going, but I like it. You guys really like that picture of that plant, don't ya? Woo! Charts and stuff.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There's a freaking whiteboard manager? Wow, you have to be lower than low to be a whiteboard manager. Like, holy crap. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Why, thank you. I know I am. I'm very unique. So are you. You're very unique. You know that? Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, charts and slides. Synergize core value expenditures. Right. I'm out of here. You're boring. Broom closet. Hello?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Fine. Freaking jerk. Close the door. There you go. Which way?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Tell me, all
walked
Grady mod.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs? That's what I heard. It's freaking bright. Is that a window or a light? I can't tell! This is crazy. Why am I listening to a voice in my head? Close the door. What's this? Executive bathroom. I need to use it! Can I run? No. Can I jump? No. I can't jump!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
Oh.
What dark secret was being held from him?
That's a very
What
nice
he
man
could
in a
not have
suit.
known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it
Yeah, but I
an
don't-
extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
2, 8,
Stanley
9,
couldn't
5,
possibly
6.
have known this.
Right? Oh, that didn't work. 1, 1, 1, 1.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination.
I
If
know
he
that.
knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no. No.
There you go.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
And you
Stanley
doubted
happened
me.
to
You
input the
said I couldn't
correct
do it with
code
random
by
buttons.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Witchcraft! I call shenanigans. What's back here? Hello? Big red button! As Dee Dee would say, push the big red button! No, I regret it! Let me out! Ah! I don't like tight places. Oh. Loading, 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 loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized
Get
he
out of my
felt
head!
a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Can we answer another question? Where's my feet? I don't have any feet. Give me feet. Oh. 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 Well, hello, wall. Hello, other wall. There you go, wall. Stop. What the? Oh, I can't go back up. That sucks. I like that shaft had another button on it. Anyways.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Sneaky. 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 Maybe if I sneak, he won't know I'm here. I'm going to quietly press this button. Maybe it'll turn on the lights.
The lights rose on an
Hey!
enormous room packed with television screens. What
Oh,
horrible
ah,
secret
ah.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Can I walk on
Did he
top of
have the strength to find out?
Oh, that's a lot of TVs. Holy crap. So many TVs. Imagine watching the world's, I don't know, something on TV. What's over here? What do we got on these desks? I'm gonna type away, even though there is no keyboard.
Now the monitors jumped to
Whoa.
life, their
Where's mine?
true nature revealed. Each
14,
bore the
14.
number of
Ah,
an
right there.
employee in the building.
That's my office.
Stanley's co-workers.
Right there.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them,
Where'd I
eternally
go?
monitored
Oh,
in
there
this
it is.
place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, well, I don't care. That's my office right there. That's where I worked every day. I loved it. What's over here? There's a lot of employees, though. How many does it go up to? Fired! You can't just fire somebody without consulting me. I'm the manager of this place.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
Whoa.
It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only
What?
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Nah, he loves it. Oh, going up the shaft again? Huh. Whoa! Just going back up.
No.
Whoa!
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Woo!
His own life in someone else's control? Never.
What's up there?
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
I'm
he
going to
truly
find where you
spent his
are,
entire
voice.
life utterly blind to the world?
Nah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. As the cold
Buttons.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No! I want to use it for my own power. Idle. Waiting input. What's this? Big red button. Can't push it. Dang it. I don't like it when it goes silent. There's nothing. Keep talking. Voice in my head. I know I keep pushing you away, but keep talking. I don't like it when it goes silent.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Typing. Typing. Oh. I turned it off. Did I mean to turn it off? Was I supposed to turn it off? I don't know. Everything's dark! Turn the lights back on. Turn the lights back on. Can't see.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Turn the lights back on. What?
Yes.
Whoa!
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yay!
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many
Oh, I see.
puzzles still lay unsolved.
I'm on a catwalk.
Where
That's
had
going
his
on.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
This is giving me a weird
But
vibe.
as
Hello,
sunlight
Birdie.
streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Come
For
here.
it was not knowledge
Meow.
or even power that he had been seeking,
This freaking door.
but
It's so
happiness.
slow.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
I can see the stairs.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what
Yeah,
to do,
especially you.
or how to feel.
Shut that up.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
So beautiful.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let me out. It's beautiful.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And
It's
Stanley
so lovely.
was happy.
We did it. That was so nice. Well, Guardians, that's enough for today. I'm going to end the episode here. I'm not a fool. I know that there is more to this than just that. Yeah, this game is very dependent on your own decisions. I just wanted to get the first, very basic one out of the way, which is following his orders. But next time... Oh, it's full anarchy mode. He ain't even going to know what's going to hit him. But, if you Guardians have enjoyed... claw that like button across the face. We've been calling us all sorts of names. Subscribe to become a Guardian.